Hey guys, today we're going to be working on reviewing how to find area of a triangle. So the area of a triangle actually comes from the area of a rectangle. So if we were to split this rectangle in half, then we have a triangle. We actually have two triangles. So what this means is that a triangle is half of a rectangle. So if I know that the area of a rectangle is base times height, so area of a rectangle is base times height, and a triangle is half of a rectangle, then all I have to do is take half of the base times the height. Okay, so area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height, or what I like to do is just do base times height divided by 2. So triangles are going to look a little different. This one is the one you're probably used to seeing, so you have your base and your height. We have triangles that look like it's two triangles to make a larger triangle. So the base would be the entire length of the bottom, and the height would be this dotted line down the middle. Now, scalene triangles are tricky, which is why they're circled in red, because the height is represented by a dotted line. So this dotted line is not part of the scalene triangle. It's just helping us figure out what the height of that triangle is. So if we look at number 1, let's find the area. So we have a height of 6 and a base of 8. So this is our height, this is our base. So remember, our area is 1/2 base times height, or we could do base times height divided by 2, which is what I like to do. So that means I do 6 times 8 divided by 2. That's 48 divided by 2. So the area of this triangle is 24 inches, or units actually, it's not inches. I don't know where that came from. 24 units squared. And it's units squared because we're multiplying two things together. So if it were like inches, it would be inches times inches, which would be inches squared. So let's look at number 2. So the triangle for number 2 looks very similar to this example up here. So we have a base that goes along the bottom, and the height is represented by that dotted line. So when we're looking at the base of the triangle, you're going to want to add the 6 and the 15 together. So that's going to be equal to 21. So we're going to do our height times our base, divide that by 2. So 8 times 21 is 168, and 168 divided by 2, 84 units squared. So number 3 looks very much like the scalene triangle. You have lots of distracting numbers here, so you just have to know what is your base and what is your height. So the height is going to be represented by the dotted line, and the base is going to be this side right here. So the base is going to be the 26. So we're going to do 42 times 26 divided by 2. So that's going to be 1092 divided by 2, giving us an area of 546 units squared. If you take a look at number 4, you'll notice that we have a side that is missing. So we need to do my base times my height. I don't really need this number to find the area, but I need this number to be able to find the height. So we're going to use Pythagorean theorem. So remember, your hypotenuse is always the side that is opposite of the 90-degree angle. so let's look at number 4. We have x squared plus 5 squared equals 13 squared. So that's x squared plus 25 equals 169. Then you're going to subtract the 25 over. So 169 minus 25 is 144, giving us an answer of 12 for x. So now I have my base of 5, my height of 12. So now I can find the area. So for the area, we do 5 times 12 divided by 2. So 5 times 12 is 60, and then 60 divided by 2 is 30. So our area is going to be 30 units squared. If we look at our next problem, number 5, this triangle looked similar to number 2, except for now we're on our side. So this one is going to represent the height, and then this side is going to represent the base. So our height is not given to us, so we're going to have to use some information around to find the height. Okay, so we're just going to use Pythagorean theorem. So here's a 90-degree angle, and opposite my 90-degree angle, I have 25, which is my hypotenuse. So I can do x squared plus 15 squared is equal to 25 squared. So x squared plus 225 is equal to 625. Then you subtract the 225 and you get 400. Then we take the square root of 400 and we get that the x is 20, so the height is 20. So remember, this entire side is going to be the base, which that's 30. So to get the area, we're going to do our height of 20, which is what we just found using Pythagorean theorem. We're going to multiply that by 30 divided by 2. So 20 times 30 is 600, and then half of 600 is 300. So your area is 300 units squared. Okay, looking at number 6, we have a scalene triangle. So we have to identify our base and our height. So height is going to be represented with the x, and the base of just the scalene triangle is right here. Okay, so this is not the base of the scalene triangle, just this side is. But we have to find x, right? So in order to find x, I have to use Pythagorean theorem, and Pythagorean theorem only works on right triangles. So in order for me to find x, I have to use this large triangle that I'm outlining in green to help me find the height of the scalene. So my 90-degree angle is right there, and opposite of that is 37. And then the base is going to be this 15 plus the 20 if I'm looking at the green triangle. So we have x squared, and then 15 plus 20, that's 35. So plus 35 squared is equal to 37 squared. So x squared plus 1225 is equal to 1369. We're going to subtract the 1225. And we get x squared equals 144. We're going to take the square root of both of those to solve for x. So x is 12. So that means this is 12. So now I have the height of my figure and the base of my figure. So remember, my formula for area is the base times height divided by 2. So I'm going to take this for my height, just the 20 for my base, do 12 times 20 divided by 2. 12 times 20 is 240. divided by 2. So the area is 120 units squared. The last example is finding the perimeter and the area of the triangle. So the first thing we have to do is find the missing sides. So let's just start with the x. So I know this is 90-degree angle because the other side's 90-degree angle. So I know that x is going to be my hypotenuse, but if I look at the legs that I'm given, I have another variable. So right now, all I have is 5 squared plus y squared equals x squared, and you can't solve this equation because I need to know the y squared in order for us to get the x squared. So that means we're going to find y first. So if you look opposite the 90-degree angle, the 20 is going to be my c, and the y is going to be a leg, and the 16 is going to be a leg. So we'll have y squared plus 16 squared equals 20 squared. So y squared plus 256 is equal to 400. Subtract the 256 to isolate the y squared. 400 minus 256 is 144. Then we take the square root to solve for y. So y is equal to 12. So now that I know that, I can replace this y squared with the 12 squared. So let's do that. So I'm going to substitute the 12 squared in, and now I can solve for x. So 5 squared is 25, 12 squared is 144, and then the x squared is what I'm solving for. 25 plus 144 is 169. And then to solve for x, we're going to take the square root of each side. So this gives me an answer of 13 for x. So remember, perimeter is going to be the distance around. So I'm going to add all the outside numbers together. So perimeter is going to be 13 plus 20 plus 5 plus 16. And then if I just add this left to right, I get 43. 43 plus 5 is 48. And then 48 plus 16, that's going to give me 54 units for my perimeter. And then remember, your area is 1/2 the base times the height. So in this case, the base is going to be the entire length of this bottom right here, and the height is represented by the dotted line. So the base is going to be the 5 plus the 16. So 5 plus 16 is 21. So we have 21 times 12 divided by 2 for the area. So 21 times 12 is 252, and then 252 divided by 2 gives us an area of 126 units squared. So please make sure if you guys had any questions during this lesson that you've written them down in the margin somewhere or have written them on a post-it so we can address whatever questions you have in class tomorrow.